David here with Figboot on Pens. Today I have for you a fairly new pen from Laban, and that pen is the Laban Solar. What I'm going to do is go over the parts and features of the Solar, talk about what I care for and what I don't care for, show some measurements, size comparisons, and provide a writing sample. And stay tuned to learn how you can win this very pen, courtesy of Federalist Pens and Paper, who provided this pen for review and for giveaway. Laban is based out of Taiwan. They were founded back in 1981 by the brothers John and Charles Hu. Over the years, they've produced a number of private label brands, as well as producing pens with elaborate metal designs and hand-painted art. The pen arrives in this box, and then inside we have the actual box. And inside here we have a use and care guide. Then we have a international short blue cartridge. There is a little thing that was attached to the clip. And then we have the pen. This is the Laban Solar. Compared to the rest of Laban's line, the Solar has more of a modern look to it. I find the look similar to the Namasu Orion, with these grooves traversing the cap and the barrel. The Solar is made from an aluminum alloy and has what appears to be an anodized finish to it. It's available in 6 different colors, each with a celestial-related name. There's the Eclipse Black, Mercury Silver, Saturn Gold, Venus Orange, Mars Red, and Neptune Blue. I like the bright tone of this Venus Orange a lot. I've been into oranges lately. Between pens and ink, I've started to get quite a few. Let's start by taking a look at the cap. The end of the cap is slightly rounded, and we have an integrated clip. The clip is hinged, and it has an interesting faceted design that I feel fits in well with the overall design of the pen. The clip functions well in both thin and thick materials. There is no cap band per se, but at the bottom of the cap, Laban is kind of lightly laser engraved in there so that the underlying aluminum shows through. Now, in my opinion, the branding could be just a hair lower on this cap. In its current location, when you look at it, it kind of gets partially blocked by the clip. So if it were just like a millimeter further down, it would have a little bit more space to play. There is a smooth seam between the cap and the barrel. I had said this previously, that this pen reminded me of the Namasu Orion. Something the Orion did was put a seam on the inside of one of these grooves, essentially making it invisible when it was capped, which I liked. Now, there's no issue with the seam here on the Solar. I just felt that the design of the Orion was very clever, especially when it came to these grooves. The barrel is straight for about an inch here, and then it slowly tapers down, and on the end it is slightly rounded, and in the middle there's a breather hole. The cap unscrews to reveal this medium steel nib. It's about the size of a number 4 and is stamped with the Laban logo. While this is a medium nib, there's no markings identifying it as such. The last time I checked, I believe this pen is only available with a medium nib. I believe there is a potential that other nib sizes could be special ordered though. And here's a look at the plastic feed. For a steel nib, I find this to be fairly decently smooth with a touch of feedback. The section is metal with a straight end angling up to the wide metal cap threads. Now, I'm a bit torn when it comes to this section. On one hand, I typically don't care for metal sections, but the knurling here does a really great job of helping you maintain the grip on what could have been a very slick section. On the other hand, though, as far as it being a visually pleasing aesthetic, I feel that the section really doesn't quite fit in with the more modern design of the rest of the pen. I care for the function more than I do the form. There was a rather steep step up from the section to the barrel, but I don't find that it impedes my grip at all. The metal gives the Solar a decent weight, which I like. The cap does post, but I would say it posts barely. I wouldn't say that it's on here too securely. Plus, I don't feel that really posting gives this pen the greatest look. This is a cartridge converter pen. Between the metal parts and then also the breather hole in the back of the barrel, eyedropping this pen would not be advised. The Solar accepts standard international cartridges and a converter is provided. The Laban Solar retails for $70. There'll be a link below in the notes below to the Federalist Pen and Paper site where you should be able to find this pen, as well as many other items. And I feel that $70 is a reasonable price for this pen. It's one that really grew on me. I feel it looks sharp. I enjoy the weight and the feel of it in my hand, and I really like the grooves as well. And as we'll see in the writing sample, the steel nib is very pleasant. It's an interesting pen that's something a little bit different than the norm. And a different from the norm can be a good thing. So thanks go out again to Federalist Pen and Paper for providing the Laban Solar for review and for giveaway. If you would care to win this very pen, all you need to do is be a subscriber to this channel and leave a comment below in this video in YouTube. Or if you're a Patreon supporter, you can leave a comment there. Either one works. But if you leave a comment in both places, it'll only be counted as a single entry. Today is Saturday, August 4th, 2018, and you have until the end of day on Tuesday, August 17th, or actually August 7th, to enter. In regard to a topic, I am looking to do another Q&A here in the next week or so. I'll do a recap of the DC show and answer some questions, so let me know what questions you might have. The comment topic is not required, it is just a suggestion. So now it's time for some measurements, size comparisons, and a writing sample. Here we go with some size comparisons for the Laban Solar. Here it is with a bunch of other orange pens. Here it is with an Edison Herald. Here it is with a Diplomat Arrow. And then here it is, I'm counting this as orange, even though I know it's coral. This is a Montegrappa Monta Grappa. And in regard to some other orange-ish pens, we have a Parker Dual Fold Centennial Big Red. Then we have a Canalea Pen Company Kilauea. And then finally, we have a Kaweco Sport, which may or may not want to sit there. There, it'll sit there. So here we go with the Laban Solar. This is a medium steel nib, and the ink that I'm using is Robert Oster Frankly Blue. This is the bottle that it comes in. That Federalist's pens and paper was, I believe, the very first retailer to carry the Robert Oster inks, and they produced this for the anniversary back in 2017. And I believe that they just came out with the second anniversary ink, and I can't exactly recall what it is, but that they come out with these anniversary inks that are only available to Federalist pens and paper. And this is what the blue looks like. You know what? I think it's something somewhat similar to like Robert Oster Fire and Ice, maybe not quite as light as that. And here's what it looks like in regard to Robert Oster Bondi Blue, which refers to a beach, and I keep forgetting whether it's Bondi or Bondi. And I'm sure someone will correct me. No matter what I say, I usually end up saying it wrong, but it's in reference to a beach. So here we go with the rest of the writing sample. That I find this medium nib to be pleasant. that it's, it has a decent amount of feedback to it, and is fairly smooth. It's one that I like I said, I categorized it as serviceable. You're not going to get tons of line variation out of here, but I have found that the ink flow has been very nice with it. Let's see how it works with reverse writing. That it's okay. It lays down a decent extra fine line. And in regard to some fast writing, the feed has no problem in keeping up. So there you have the Laban Solar. Thanks go out again to Federalist Pen and Paper for this pen for review and for giveaway. Don't forget to leave your comment either here on YouTube or in Patreon for your chance to win this pen. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.